What's going on YouTube? Ron B. Hood here, and right now I'm going to take you through a video of how we do the Bloody Moon trial, alright? So real quick, it's going to be a little different setup for my normal videos. I'm not actually going to play it through. I actually played through and beat it while I was streaming earlier tonight on Wednesday, the day it came out. So I know a lot of you probably jumped in and saw me in the morning. I didn't actually get it through. Had to take a nap because I stayed up all night, and then I went through and did it again as we got to the night and I was able to stream again. So I'm going to show you the team that I used, and then I'm going to pull up my Twitch stream video and play through the fight that way. I'm also going to leave a link in the description below to my Twitch channel, as well as the link that shows the video throughout the whole fight if you want to go watch it yourself. I'm going to show some of the fight. We're going to skip through a little bit. I'm going to speed up and slow down and explain a few mechanics so that you know what to expect when you're doing the trial, okay? So right now I'm just going to show you the team. Espers are set up specifically and on purpose, alright? So you definitely want Tetra on one of your ashes, and you can use Ramu, or however you're going to say his name, on the other ash. So we're going to be chaining with 2 ashes right here. I know a lot of you are probably a little upset, like this isn't really a free-to-play team, but I mean this is what we have to work with. If we were to use anybody else that would be able to attack with ash, it's not going to work, okay? As far as free-to-play, because you know, we have like Grimlord Sakura or Transtera, those are 5-star units, and I can't use them on my team. So the next best possibility, is to use 2 ashes here with 4-star units, alright? And then I know Lucius Cole is a limited time unit, but I mean, the trial just came out in October, is only 3 weeks away, or Halloween at least, so we did have that banner up. So if you are into the game now, chances are you might have pulled for Lucius Cole. If you didn't get a Lucius Cole, hopefully you have Ayaka on your team, and then you know you can try and build Ayaka to the stats that you see that I have. But we're gonna get in here. I'm gonna show you the stats, and then I'm going to explain the battle mechanics a little bit for you. Okay? It's a little rushed. It's right before Thanksgiving, so I don't want to spend too much time doing the video. But I hope that this is enough for you guys. All right. So here's Ash. Ash is built with the Draco Spike. And it's free-to-play TMR that we were able to get with Xyrus. If you don't have it, just try and get as much magic as you can. But what you want to focus on is your spirit and your HP. Now, my Ash here died quite a few times. I probably could have sacrificed some of my magic power for some HP, or maybe get a little bit more spirit in there. But you definitely want to be over 300 spirit, and I would try to say get most of your units around 300 spirit and 5,500 HP. Okay. But this is how we have some of the equipment here, and these are some of the abilities that we can stack on. Venture 5 is probably going to be the hardest thing on here to get for most of the people out there, okay? So easy enough, moving on. This is my Ayaka, okay? And I'm going to explain another thing here. Let me back up real quick. This Ayaka is your friend unit, okay? The other unit in place, if you don't have Ayaka, you should put in Riku, alright? Just want you guys to know that as well. Riku is going to be your team in place of Ayaka, and then you would take an Ayaka as a friend unit. If you need my Ayaka, the way I have it built, then go ahead and mention down below your friend code, or catch me on stream, and I'll set her up for you, and I'll get you added to my friends list. All right, so definitely would do that for you. But we want Ayaka with the Golem on there to get her some decent defense. We need Genji Shield, guys. There's an AoE death mechanic in this freaking fight, and it sucks, and it's a big reason why we're taking Ayaka for her limit burst. We're also putting Genji Shield so she doesn't get affected with the death mechanic, okay? I like this build here because the 2 Jake Pirate Rings are going to help build up her limit burst for you, and it's definitely going to, it might be able to save your butt somewhere in the fight, alright? I didn't have to use her limit burst throughout my entire fight. I was just lucky enough where I didn't have to. I also had Riku helping out. But it is that nice reset whenever you make a mistake, okay? So it's definitely there for you. Here are our ability slots here. So if you have Ayaka, you can build it like this. Great, awesome. Take a Riku the same way I had to do as a friend unit, and you'll be able to get through the fight just fine, okay? Holy Wand is definitely going to be big in here because we want to dual cast white magic. We also want to be able to dual cast the holy magic damage right here. Oh yeah, holy magic, alright? We want to be using that. That's a single target enemy attack right there, right? And we need that. It helped save my butt through the fight. Now I'm going to be able to show that to you at the end of the video. Hopefully I don't carry on too long. Ash is here. This is how my second Ash is built. We're using an enhancer to get that passive with her wielding swords, enhancing our magic. And then some pretty easy TMRs here. Again, we're focusing on HP and spirit. Guys, you want it to be around 300, maybe even more, and you want our health to be about 5,500, okay? The better you can do in those slots, the longer you can carry in the fight, the more successful your chances are going to be, okay? Moving on. Lucius Nicole was built. I would have to say that you would want Lucius Nicole to have a little bit of magic on him so he can pack a punch as well. It definitely helps when he's using his ability here. So obviously, I'm sure that you know that as you can tell with me using Lucius Nicole, we want to use the redirect, right? And we're going to be doing the redirect on Ayaka to have her tank all the attacks that are coming in, right? But he also has this ability here, Phantasmal Forces, that we can use to single target another unit. Now, the reason I'm talking about the single target attacks right here is because this is going to help level out and match the HPs between the different little smaller ads as well as the big main boss on the Bloody Moon trial, so that you can manage to kill all 4 of them at the exact same time. It's definitely the most difficult mechanic in this fight. Luckily enough, it will not reset the same way Marlboro trial does, but if you happen to kill the boss and there's an ad left, he's going to snort away your entire team and you ain't going to like it. It's going to suck. So that's why I'm stressing so much these single target attacks here, okay? It's not going to be much damage, but it's definitely going to be enough to help prolong your fight and help you get through the end, okay? Here are his ability slots here. And then moving on to our last unit, Soleil. Soleil is the easiest one to build here. It's free to play as can be. She just rocks, alright? She already has great stats to get her spirit and HP up there, so we're doing just fine with Soleil. The easiest unit. The hardest thing with her is just getting her enhanced, but once you got her, she's definitely going to be one of your best units for a long time to come, because I doubt we're going to get ransom enhancements soon. So real quick, because I'm not going through the fight now, like I said, I told you it's going to be a little unorthodox. I do have my friend who set up the Riku for me, and hopefully you can see this just fine. But this is how Riku was set up, okay? He put a Gaian's armor. Tried to make sure that we used items that I didn't already use that wouldn't be duplicates. So using a Gaian's armor her for the LB. Safety bit on Riku, most important thing, alright? Safety bit, because we don't want her being affected by the death mechanic either, alright? She has pretty decent HP, very decent, and pretty decent spirit, so she definitely helps survive. She definitely does survive a lot throughout the fight. And then here we have her ability slots, very easy, spirit plus 20, and it's 15% HPs, as well as a Mog Wisdom to make sure that we get her limit burst in a timely manner, okay? So now that I've taken you through the team, I'm going to try and get in here, and I'm going to play through my fight as we go through, alright? So I'm just clicking through here, and we're going to jump in. As you can see how I have everything set up. I'm going to try and talk as I play through, because I don't want to sit here too long. I don't want the video to run too far. I mean, we're already, what, 8 minutes in? So I got about 10 minutes to talk about it. And while we do that, I can slow it down a bit. But as you can see, I'm setting up redirect on Ayaka. It's definitely going to be the biggest thing. And then you also are able to break the 3 little ads right here, okay? You can break these guys with attack and magic. So that's another good thing for Lucius Nicole. He definitely helps make sure your team survives. As you already know, or well aware of, Soleil, whenever she does her buff, it will also break the entire enemy side, so that's going to be great too. But I believe Lucius Nicole can do a stronger break, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it definitely gives more, because he can do attack and magic. I think we're just going to break magic here for the other ads. Another reason it's taking longer for a lot of the moves to go is because I'm streaming. So like I said, I'm going to leave the link down below. You can go and watch it if you'd like. It's a really long video, but you'll get to see the fight full hand and how to take care and manage yourself throughout the entire event, alright? So I guard with Ayaka when I first get out. As you can see, the HP is a little different because I just put pirate rings on. I had Arsh's talismans on before, so yeah, I just caught that, but it's all the same. But I guard with Ayaka on the first turn because all we were able to buff was spirit. Alright, I'm going to make sure that we're surviving there. And yeah, he does a lot of these attacks, right? He does a lot of these common attacks that really suck, and they're single target. If you have Wilhelm, he's fucking awesome. He takes all the damage. Wilhelm is a beast in this trial. He really freaking is. but I took Ayaka because I want the freedom to be able to re-raise everybody in a very quickly manner. The way you see here, we can cast re-raise, we can do full restore. She can help us out to make sure everybody stays alive a lot longer. She can also give MP back to the team, so it definitely helps out in the synergy here. So just going through, all we're doing, we're just casting Heaven's Fury back and forth, just non-stop, just Heaven's Fury all the way through. Illusionist Cole is going back and forth between using his limit burst, so we get HP and MP recovery. He's also doing redirect on Ayaka every other turn to make sure that doesn't fall. And then we're also, in the beginning, we're making sure we're casting breaks, and just to give us an easier time as we go through. Reason why Bahamut is on Illusionist Cole is because after we cast redirect, we then have a turn to chain Bahamut, and that's invoking an Esper on our missions guide, right? We're invoking an Esper that way. And then chaining with Ash's Heaven's Fury. Alright, I'm going to play through until we see one of those go through, so you can see how to do the chain very easily. And then oh, hang on, crap. So yep, I think I made a mistake there and I had to go back. I was sweating really bad, so I made a mistake there. That's a little embarrassing, but you can go through it and laugh at me on the stream. You can comment down below. Yeah, I had to do a little reset right there. I made a mistake, but yeah, we're getting it loaded back up. But you definitely want to be able to chain the Esper. And another reason why we put the other Espers on there is because another good thing about the Golem being on Ayaka, she can do your earth damage. Illusionist Cole can then do his he has Blizzaga, so we got ice. Holy damage is going to be our light damage, and then Riku has Diablos on her. I don't know if you're able to see that or not, but Riku had Diablos, and we're going to be able to use Byaoga or something like that. Yeah, I think that's a move that we get to do dark damage with, so that's how we get that achievement. But just going through very smoothly. I mean, I say smoothly, but it wasn't all that smooth, I promise you. I promise you. But I want to get to a point here where you're going to be able to see me do, so every 3 turns, that's another thing. Every 3 turns, you see up here, the 3rd turn, he does that that meteor shower that you just saw there. It's a heavy hitting attack. I'm barely surviving with a lot of units, and some of the times I actually die. So having re-raise on there definitely helps a lot of the times. But every 3 turns, he summons that comet meteor shower, whatever it is, and it does a lot of damage. Okay, I'll be doing another video where I'll probably use Wilhelm and Ace as my 2 units going in, and it's going to make things a lot smoother. But those are obviously 2 5-star units that are going to not be as easy for a lot of the other players to come by. So as you can see, now we're just doing enough damage to just move the fight along, but we're also, you know, we're able to survive very easily with the team that I have here. This was as weak as I think that I could make my team and get through the trial that I have here. Probably could have gone a little more, but like this was definitely a fight. All right. Next turn I really just want to show you how to do the Esper. God, I'm not doing it here yet. Should be doing it next turn. But so some more things with the fight. When we start out, you start out with these 3 mobs, these 3 ads right here, right? And then as you continue, there are 8 different mobs. So when you finish with these 3 elements, right? When those all die, 3 more will take their place. When you killed those 3, 2 more would then take their place. So there's 8 total mobs that you have to kill before you make the moon turn around and face you. Once that happens, then the moon stops healing himself, and you'll be able to start inflicting damage and closing towards the end of the fight. That's entering into phase 2 when you do that. All right, when we clear all 3 of these mobs. I believe it's next turn. It's going to be where we're going to be able to show you how to chain with Bahamut, and then I'm going to skip forward to phase 2 and explain a few different other mechanics for the fight. This is gonna be a pretty lengthy video, I can already tell. But as you can see, it's I'm going through. I think I'm trying to decide. Yeah, this is what I'm using Bioga. This is when I'm getting a lot of the elements out of the way so that I can get the achievement for using all those elements and stuff. I don't even remember what the reward was. Every time I do a video like this, free to play guide, I try and do every single thing in one shot. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it took me 2.5 hours to do this. Again, I was streaming, I was talking, I was somewhat distracted, but it definitely is gonna take a while, guys. I think I made it to like turn 86 or something like that. But at the end, we're going to show you the final kill, and I'll show you all the rewards, how they come in. But like I said, this is on my streaming video. I'm going to put the link down below, and you guys will see it. And it's fucking great. I lost my mind when I finally beat this trial. There is a lot of RNG playing into the mix. Like one of the things that the boss can do for one of his random auto attacks. For his random auto attack, it has the chance, a 15% chance to be it has a 15% chance for his auto attack to become a skill. Like, you know, so that's why a lot of the comet thing that he summons, oh my goodness, it will mess your day up. It's gonna mess your day up. I'm gonna tell you that. Tell you that right now. If you do have, and then another thing, if you do have Wilhelm and you do have Ace, it's gonna be a much easier time going through this trial. But I mean, even Lucius the Cold will work too. But yeah, I don't know. I just tried to do the easiest guide that I could do to where you could manage and control a lot of the fight. You had a lot of possibilities to heal. You had a lot of possibilities to revive. You had a lot of possibilities to have re-raise. And you know, like a lot of the times the boss would go through and do his attacks. One of my units goes down, but I still have Riku's limit burst on the rest of the team, right? Well, that one person went down. Ayaka can dual cast, re-raise, and then cure the whole team on that one person who went down, right? So it definitely helps to make sure that a lot of things, a lot of your buffs and all that stuff stay up, right? I really... If we don't get to it next turn, then I'm just going to skip for the sake and the length of this video. But whenever I go to use Bahamut with Lucius Nicole, and then I chain Heaven's Fury with both Ashes, I summon Bahamut first. So I hit Lucius Nicole. I let the game play out until the video starts playing for, you know, the summoning of Bahamut coming through, right? Then you'll click the screen, and then the video clears out. Immediately after the video clears out, chain your Ashes as fast as you can. That's going to ensure that that definitely works every single time, to where Bahamut was hitting near the end of my Ashes Spark Chain, and it did the most amount of damage that I could get it to do. So I'll try and see if that happens here on the next go. I think I will summon Bahamut here. We'll do some damage. So we'll see that. We'll see that. I wish that Twitch allowed me to speed up a little bit faster than 2 times, but it is what it is. Is what it is, guys. This trial is hard. This trial is pretty tough. It really is. If you have beat it, I would like to know down in the comment section. Tell me what your team composition was. Tell me how you did it, your strategy, what you thought, what worked, what didn't work, everything like that. But I would definitely like to know those things. But one of the biggest things I would try and keep in mind when you're going through this fight is that every 3rd turn he's going to do that meteor shower, and it's going to suck. It's going to be a lot of damage. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. So let's see on this turn here. I do think I summoned Bahamut here, and I'll slow it down and let you see it. And then I'll go through and we'll explain the phase 2. Come on, Stefan. Robin Hood, shit, taking all day. I was just talking and explaining a whole bunch of stuff as I played through. Oh yeah, I think I'm doing it here. So that's when I'm using Soleil, I'm just going back and forth between the 2 defensive ones, because those break the attack and magics on all the units, right? Or do I? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna summon here. All right. So let me slow this down. Oh, I had it on 1 speed the whole time. Damn. Anyway, so I'm gonna summon here, and I bounce with. Okay, so yeah, we let the video play here, right? I come out of the video, I immediately chain Ash right behind it, as you saw right there. So it definitely gets the most damage. You see drops right there. Look how fast it went. So it definitely helps a lot to do that. Like I was trying to say with Soleil, I bounced back and forth between, I think, the shooting one and the Panzer dance, shooting dance or whatever. Those break the attack and the magics for the enemies, and we're just keeping defenses. Whenever I'm ready to do some attacks, then I'll buff the attacks and magic, so that way we can get a little bit more damage in there. So keep that in mind. We're going to skip through now. I'm going to show you. So here are the second form of these little guys here, these little mobs. They are the second form. You just got to beat them down. Then you'll get to the third group of little mobs. Hang on. Get to the third group. Wow, it took me a little bit, didn't it? Here we are. So you get to the third group, and it's just 2 of these guys. So I think that it's a little easier to deal with the damage that you're taking here, but you still, you know, you just got to get through it. After you kill these 2 guys here, that's when the boss is going to turn around and he's going to smack you with some AoE nonsense. I'm trying to see. Alright, so it's about to happen here. So yeah, I'm about to kill these guys here, and the boss will turn around, enter into phase 2, and then he'll cast an AoE death. Okay? And it's going to kill the whole team. We're at 21 minutes. Alright, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. I'm trying to make this video just under 30 minutes, I hope. But there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to see, especially with the free-to-play team. But you saw that AoE death put him down, and then we didn't do it on a turn. Did it? Oh, we did. Yeah, he didn't do it that time. Huh. There was a okay. Yeah. If you have a question about what I was trying to say, don't worry about it. But anyway, he'll turn around, he'll do the AoE death, and then you just gotta make sure you can revive your team and get everybody up and start doing some attacks. Around the 3rd or 4th turn for the enemy, he will then bring his little guys out. Hang on. He'll bring them all back out again. He can summon them one by one. He can summon all 3 of them at the same time. But what you want to do, I would say, is just start working on these guys, trying to get them down. You want to try and kill these first 3 whenever you have the big Bloody Moon dude around 50%. Okay, so if you can manage and you can track that, it's going to be a lot easier. But if not, you know, then it is what it is. And that should make a little bit of sense. If you can start with the 3 guys here and kill them when he's at 50%, then that means that you should be able to kill all 3 of them at the end of the fight, right? As we go through the Bloody Moon, one of the thresholds is 80%. The second one is 60%, then 40%, then 20%. Okay, and so far from what I've known and talking to people and asking questions is that so if you enter on a phase, I believe it's half moon. So the moon will enter phases on every single turn. He'll change a phase of his moon every single turn, from new moon, half moon, full moon, and crescent moon. Okay, each phase can do a different attack when you're crossing the threshold. So far, I think I have that right. Pretty sure I do. I didn't read anything, but from talking to people as I was playing, that's what was said to me. All right. The thresholds, if you're at half moon, which is what I was doing, means that he'll reduce your enemy's team by 50%. Okay, and then it's a little slot machine. So you saw there, I went over the threshold, and he snorted my Soleil, and I was trying to trigger the one that was the half moon, which would decrease my all my stats by 50%, which I wasn't that worried about because we had Soleil's 120% buff, right? So I guess there's a little RNG there as well, but I just tried to make sure to focus on breaking his thresholds at 80, 16, 40, and 20 whenever he was on his half moon phase. The other ones like full moon, if you cross on that one, I think it's a better chance to have him do a AoE 300% magic damage attack, and then crescent and new moons were like fucking team wipes or something like that. They said it was like a team wipe. I wasn't even trying to mess with it. Half moon is where I thought the safest route was for the team that I have. Alright, so we'll get closer down here, and you can see that I dealt with those first guys right there. Bloody Moon's down to 8%. I'm playing around with them. Right now I'm doing a lot of casting on the Holy ability, so I'm trying to get Holy on him in the chains with my 2 ashes, because I was trying to get him closer to the point to where I could do the kill. summoning Bahamut, doing my Heaven's Furies, I could do about 6 to 7% total damage to the big guy. But I can also do about like 17 to 20%, I think, on the smaller guys with like my all-out attack. So you need to like really take into account how much damage you're doing. I kind of lost my mind right there. I didn't want to kill that little guy right there that you saw go to 1%. If he would have died, then another one would spawn in his place at full health, and even if I killed the other 3, that thing would have snorted 3 of my units or something like that. You know, so we don't want that. You definitely want to manage getting all of them down as far as they can, knowing your particular abilities and how far you can push their percent meters and their health bars all the way down to 0. You want to get them dead, and you want them not to come back. You don't want any of those little guys coming back, because even if you kill the big boss, the little guys will snort 3 of your freaking units. At least that's what someone was telling me in my stream. Alright, but this is how I beat it here. I believe I run into a snag right there. He killed like Lucius Nicole or something like that. But right here is where we're doing the kill. Summon Bahamut, did the holy attack with Ayaka, and did the kill. And then I lost my mind. I'm like jumping around, going crazy. You can see me a little bit. It was enjoyable, guys. It was awesome. It was a great time. So I hope that kind of helps. All right. Let me pull this back up. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope that that my explanations was somewhat cohesive. I hope that you guys are, not cohesive. Well, I guess a little cohesive, incoherent, whatever. I try to use big words. I'm kind of dumb. But if you guys like the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please comment down in the comment section below. If you'd like to see the full video, like I said, in my description, I will post the link to my Twitch channel. You might have to look for like blanked out text, because I think sometimes it doesn't take a hyperlink. I don't know. But I'll put the link to my Twitch channel as well as the link to that video that we were watching the fight on, so you can watch the whole fight if you really want to. It's like three hours long. You can skip through it, whatever, you know, have at it. But I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. If you have any friend codes or anything like that, please let me know. If you need my Ayaka or if you need any other unit. Alright, guys? Thank you for watching the video again. You guys have a good one. Alright? Peace.